Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Alex or FaZe here today with a brand new video. And what I'm going to be doing today, I made a video kind of similar to this about a week or two ago, and I got amazing feedback. You guys all really enjoyed it. I sat down and I told a story about how everyone in my high school found out that I was a YouTuber through this game we played, and it was this whole like big situation in my high school. And you guys all really enjoyed that. That video did amazing. If you guys missed it, you can go check it out. Like I said, I uploaded it like a week or two ago. It's called How They Found Out. And that was the first time I made like a story time video in a long time, because back in like 2011, 2012, I used to sit down and just make Call of Duty cut commentaries and explain to you guys these things that have happened to me. And I didn't try it for the first time until, you know, like I did a week or two ago with that video. And I figured I'd do it again today because I actually have a pretty good story to share with you guys. As you can tell by the title, it's about the time I got in a fist fight with my school bully. So we're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna get right into it. I'm in 7th grade, so this is, God, this is like 1, 4, 2, 7, this is 7 years ago, okay? I was 11 or 12 at the time. I'd never been in a fist fight. I was never like a physical, violent person. I never went out of my way. I just kept to myself a lot. So 7th grade, I just moved from Pennsylvania to Arizona. I was living in Pennsylvania for a year, and I started going to the school like it was already 3/4 into the school year. There was only about 2 months left. And I didn't really know anyone in school. I didn't have many friends. I didn't talk to a lot of people. I just, you know, like I said, I kind of kept to myself a lot. But there was this one kid, for some reason, he always fucked with me. I still to this day, I don't know what he had against me. Every day would just talk shit to me like he was like an actual bully. Like I never did anything to this kid. I never said anything. I never did anything to like make him want to do or say these things to me. Like he was in my science class, and for example, we'd be taking notes one day and he would like go in his notebook and write like words like fag or like you're gay, just stupid things like that, and then he'd hold it up and like point it at me across the class, and then him and like his whole group of friends would just start laughing at me and shit. And I struggled a lot, you know, growing up through middle school and even like the first few years of high school with bullies. I got bullied a lot, you know. I don't tend to talk about it too much on my YouTube channel. I did in my Draw My Life. If you guys have never seen that video, you should check it out. It's one of my best videos I've ever made. I put like 12 plus hours into that video. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. But anyways, I struggled a lot, you know, growing up with bullies and stuff like that. And I don't know if it was because I was just an easy target. Up until like my sophomore, junior year of high school, I was literally like barely 100 pounds. Like 5'3", maybe 5'4". I was just a really, really small kid. I was really pale. I had a high voice. I'm still really pale. Like, what the fuck am I saying? But I had a really high-pitched voice. And so I guess that just made me like an easy target for kids to make fun of. And plus, I didn't have any friends to back me up ever or anything like that. Like, no one really ever stood up for me. And so every day this kid would just like talk shit to me, and like I didn't care. Like I've dealt with shit like that before, just always calling me names and like throwing shit at me from across the classroom. And I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna ignore it. He'll eventually fuck off. And so now it's about 2 weeks since I've been at this new school. And so this is how the fight, you know, came about. One day we were in science class. Like I said, he was in my science class, and we were doing an experiment outdoors, right? So we were outside the classroom. We were all outside, you know, filling out like some kind of lab or doing something. I don't remember what we were doing, but I was with my group and he was with his group. And then he comes over to me. He walks over to me with his group, and he comes up to me and he literally says, I want to fight you. Like dead serious, just I want to fight you. I don't know if he's kidding or if he's just, you know, trying to fuck with me with his friends again, but he was serious. He actually wanted to fight me. And I was like, all right, like if you're gonna sit here and talk all this shit to me every day with all your friends, you know, call me names and throw shit at me, and then you're gonna come up to me and ask to fight me when I've done nothing to this guy. I literally, like, I swear I've done nothing to this kid. And so I was like, all right, like I will fight you. I have no problem fighting you and punching you in the face because you deserve it. I've wanted to do it since I've been at the school. I just was never that type of person to like talk shit back to someone. Like I said, I, you know, was a really shy person. But he came to me and he was like, I want to fight you. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And we sat there and we talked about where we were gonna meet up. We were gonna meet up after 7th period, which was my history class. He was in that class with me too, I'm pretty sure. We were gonna meet in this little area that was like fenced off, and there was like dirt in the middle. It was right where the buses would pick us up. And so all 7th hour, like right before we went to fight, I was just like, I was freaking out. I'm like, dude, oh my God. Like, what if I get my ass beat? Like, oh my God, like what is my mom gonna do? Like, I know my mom is gonna be super pissed at me if I get in a fight. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. And I was just freaking out all period. I was just really, really nervous. And 7th period ended, I walked all the way over to where we were gonna meet. And I actually, you know, at this point, you know, 2 weeks into the school year, I had this one friend, his name was Brandon, okay? He rode the bus with me, so, you know, we talked like whenever we were on the bus, and like, we weren't like really good friends, but he was like the closest thing I had to a friend at the time. Anyways, we walk over to where we were gonna meet. there's already a bunch of kids there waiting. Like I guess the word got out or something like that. And so I take my backpack off, I go into like this middle of the circle where everyone is. Like a minute or two later, he comes in, takes his backpack off, and we're just there, we're like this, okay? We got our hands up. And he looks at me, he's like, throw the first punch. Like as we're like this, and I'm thinking like, if I throw the first punch, then I'm the one who started the fight, even though he came at me, he was the bully, I would get fucked for that. Thank God, I was thinking. So I didn't throw the first punch. I waited for him to swing. Okay, he swung and he missed. I remember I felt like such a beast because I think I either moved back or like I ducked and he went right over me. And then right after he did that, I just like with all my force just swung as hard as I could, and I hit him like right in the side of the face, like a good solid punch. Like I never punched anyone in the face, but I punched this kid right in the face. Literally like after I punched him in the face, this kid was like, oh my, like he held his face, he was like, bro, do you have rocks in your hand? He thought I had like shit in my hands. Like, I'm like, no, I don't. And so we're standing there. I think like I maybe landed 1 or 2 more hits on him. He didn't touch me. He actually did not punch me once.
I want to let you guys know, that's why you don't pick fights. Because you never know who you're going to fight.
Don't get in a fight at school, guys.
You could be the smallest person in the world, and you can knock out a 6'7" person. Because you just don't do that. Plus, you know, it's not a cool thing to do, really.
It's not cool to fight. Not at all. Unless someone is literally like...
Someone, when you gotta defend yourself...
Or stick up for yourself or anything.
I
always do that. Always stick up for yourself.
Never try to start.
Yeah, I wish, you know, I was like I am now. I've changed a lot as a person. I would have definitely stood up for myself in another way back then instead of having to fight. I would have just, you know, talked to this kid or done something. Anyways, we're there for like a few more seconds, and I think I hit him with 1 or 2 more punches. And then I see the security guards starting to run over, and everyone who's around us scatters. They all like start running off. And I see everyone running, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm not trying to get caught right now. My mom's gonna kill me if she finds out I got in a fight at the school when I just moved here. I've been here for 2 weeks. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna murder me. So I literally like turn around, like me and this kid looking at each other. I just turn around, grab my backpack and run, like with everyone. Me and my boy Brandon, we ran all the way around. Like we didn't run to the buses because the buses were right here, but that's where the security guards were coming. We ran all the way around, like through campus, and came back in, and then got on my bus. Okay, so I dipped, and I was on my bus. I was so hyped, dude. I like actually felt great. I was like, fuck yeah, bro. Like I hit this kid in the face like 2 or 3 times. He didn't touch me. Like, dude, this kid's never gonna talk shit to me again. I felt so good. And I get home, I'm like, like, you know, everything seems okay. My mom like hasn't said anything to me. Maybe like, you know, I could just get away with this, like, right? Like maybe she can't find out. I was wrong. She got a call like literally 20 minutes after I got home from one of the people in the administration at my school saying, hey, like your son has been in a fight tomorrow morning. He needs to come in. You guys need to come with him, and we need to sit down and talk. And so I went in. I'm pretty sure I sat down with this kid who I fought, and we sat and we talked to the principal, and we ended up both getting suspended, I think for 3 days each. So we sat there and we talked. We ended up both getting suspended. The principal like made us make amends with each other, like shake hands. He got switched out of my class, or I got switched into a different class, so we weren't in the same class anymore. I don't remember. Like a lot of the details are kind of blurry because this was 7 years ago. Like I'm saying, this is the first time or the only time I've ever actually been in a school fight. So yeah, that's pretty much a story. I got suspended for fighting my school bully. I punched him, I felt so good, bro. I literally, like, I vividly remember after I landed that first punch, he looked at me and he's like, bro, like, do you have a watch in your hand? Do you have rocks in your hand? And like, I opened my hands up. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I didn't know at first why he said that. And then I realized it's because I hit him so hard, like, fuck. And to the bully, Alex, if you're watching this, don't think I'm like coming at you or anything, because this was 7 years ago. I'm way over all this. I'm pretty sure I saw him too, like, a few years later down the road, like in high school or something, and we like talked about it or something. He became like a lot more cooler of a person, and I guess we were just like young and stupid. I don't know why though, he, you know, was so mean to me, dude. That's fucked up. You deserved it. You actually did. But it's okay. It's all good now. So, but yeah, moral of the story, I guess, don't be a dickhead. Don't be a bully. I hate bullies, man. Like, I dealt with bullies for 3 or 4 years of my life. I actually transferred from that school that I was at, where I got in a fight with this kid, because the next year I got bullied even worse. Like I transferred to a whole new middle school because I was just so, you know, I was so sick of it. I hated it, and I didn't want to go to school every day, you know, at that school and continue to just like get shit on by kids, because it was so bad. For anyone who is dealing with anything like this, because I know this is real, like I know kids deal with this because I dealt with it. Stand up for yourself, okay? Don't let anyone make you feel less than you actually are, because it's bullshit. Like no one can say shit to you. You're your own person. Tell tell an adult. It's not like a snitch thing to do to go tell an adult, all right? A lot of kids look at it like that, but hey, if you do that, it could resolve the situation. Or just, you know, straight up go stand up to the bully, maybe get some friends to back you up, because fuck that. No one should ever make you feel like that, like you're less than you are, and like, it's hard for me to like put in words like the feeling, but like, it's such bullshit. So if anyone's going through that, like, I feel you, I know what it feels like. Tell a friend, tell an adult. Don't keep it to yourself. That's like the worst thing you could do, just keep it bottled inside. But yeah guys, that pretty much is it for the video. My camera just kind of died, so I don't know if that was a weird cut. I just replaced the battery. But yeah, one more time, just like if anyone out there is going through anything like that where they go to school every day and they hate it, like they don't like it at all, because I know what that feels like. Don't deal with that, all right? You don't deserve that. No one deserves that. Tell someone, do something about it. Don't just let it happen, okay? You have to, because if you don't, no one else will.
It's important you stand up for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I could have told that to myself when I was younger, you know, because I was such a shy person, and I wish I had someone, you know, to tell me that, because I would have done it. But anyways, that pretty much has been the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I think we need to go around.
Just for the record too, and for the video, I had a super similar situation when I was in middle school. Like my group of friends, that they were my friends because we were kind of like.
They were your friends, but they treated you way shittier than they treated everyone else. Yeah,
exactly.
That's how I was.
Everybody else. I was that foreign Brazilian kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't fully understand. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy, bro. Like, I just got picked on, and like I let myself get picked on, and like after I realized all that, it's just like crazy. And I remember like a few years go by, and then you know, the same kids that used to like pick on me, they're like, wow, dude, you like. Or like one of their like nephews, a huge fan of FaZe or something, and like.
Bro, I literally had a situation exactly like that. This kid who bullied me in my weight training class, like 4 years after freshman year, like he bullied me when I was a freshman. I was a senior, and I started blowing up on YouTube. He comes up to me, he's like, bro, like, I see you got a lot of followers on Twitter. You wanna follow me? Maybe like give me a shot. I'm like, wow. I'm like, what? I'm like, never. Fuck that kid, bro. Like, I actually remember that shit, bro. This kid would treat me like shit, and he tried to ask me for a Twitter shout out 4 years later. Are you fucking serious?
I never really got bullied, but I was always that person that never like allowed that to happen around me. I've seen kids get bullied. Like, you know, back in my day, everything was so separated. They had your tables, the cool kids, you had the rock kids, and then, you know, everybody. It was very diverse, like separated. And then every time I would see something like that, I wouldn't let it happen.
Yeah, I could totally see that, bro.
Like, why would you attack someone that, you know, that way, make them feel weak or insecure? Or whatever. It doesn't help. And then usually the bully is the one that's
the bully is the one that is insecure, and like he has his own problem, so he just takes it out on other fucking kids.
It's not fair to himself. It's not fair to, you know, you or whatever.
Yeah,
just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's a waste of energy. You think you're cool at first, but you end up looking stupid.
Yeah. And it's just fucked up, man. It's not alright to treat people like shit and make a person feel bad about themselves. Like, it's not okay. But yeah, guys, that has been the video. I really hope you all enjoyed. It's kind of like a more serious personal video. Like I said, I don't tend to talk about a lot of these things on my YouTube channel. So I hope you did enjoy. This has been your boy, Alex or FaZe. Pesadud, I'll see you guys later.